And hello, welcome in tonight. Welcome into our program. Can I just say I'm enjoying spending time with you all each and every night. You all caught me just eating a little snack, so that's why I'm trying to wipe around my lips to get rid of all the evidence, right? Let me just say I have so enjoyed and am so enjoying spending time with you all each and every night. I am Kisa Coach K, a certified life coach and veteran communicator and public relations pro. I hope you are having an amazing, amazing Thursday as you get ready for Friday, the weekend. We're going to conclude tonight our what women look for in relationships. If you talk to five different women, you're going to get five different answers because the answers are going to be the same. But I do think, for conversation's sake, that we can all say with relative confidence that there are certain characteristics, I think general characteristics, that most women would agree that they would want to see in a man that they choose to either date or either take their relationship to the next level. So again, I'm Kisa, Coach K. So good to see you all tonight. And one of the things that I like to do is always give people information on how they can reach out. If you want to talk to me, my jam is change. I love coaching people through change, major life changes. Change is my jam. Would love to help you if you need to talk. I offer a free complimentary clarity session at KisaSharp.com/life-coaching. And so again, first and foremost, we do a free complimentary call because we do understand that not everyone is a fit for coaches, but I know people who know people. So if we're not a fit, that's not a problem. There are other people that I'm connected to who could also be a blessing to you as well as we navigate this thing called life when life is lifing. So welcome in Kisa Sharp, everybody. Also want to just go ahead and give a plug to my other business venture that is not coming up right now for some reason. So thank you. There it is. It was a little slow. I kept hitting the button, but allsharenaturals.com. Summer is on its way out. We are just weeks out, in fact, from the start of the fall season. So we're giving you a 30% off with code SUMMER to try our products, allsharenaturals.com. Wonderful shea butter, body butters, and sugar scrubs. So we want to invite you to try that as well. I'm an Alabama maker, and these hands are blessed, and these hands love to bless you with wonderful shea butter and wonderful sugar scrubs for your skin. Okay. And we have a line not only for women, but also men as well. They absolutely love our product too. Okay. So we're going to move in. For whatever reason, it's giving me a thumbs down. Wow. Okay. Okay, Mac. My MacBook is giving me a thumbs down. So anyway, let's go ahead tonight and go ahead and just finish up this short series in which we're talking about the things that women want, in particular, mature women. And what do mature women want in relationships? And always keep in mind, I'm a conversation starter. So I'm going to research, I'm going to get the information and show you, pull it from several different sources in terms of what's out there in the internet. I have friends that I talk to as well. So a lot of this is to share because this is kind of what I do in the life coaching space. Not kind of, it is what I do in the life coaching space. So as a result, I share information in order to help make your life experience that much more rich. So we're going to conclude the series tonight on what women want and come back next week with what men want. And then tomorrow, I want to go ahead and plug. We have a special edition of Evolve First Friday Fit. We're bringing back Kaylin Johnson, and we're going to just do some exercises. We're going to take an exercise lunch break, and I invite you to join us, okay? Simple exercises that you can participate in too. So that's coming up tomorrow on Evolve. So Evolve with Kisa and friends, and want you to be a part of that as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what are some things that women want from men in relationships? All right, part of my research that I'm sharing with you tonight. Women, and this is a particularly interesting one, regardless of age, women of all ages, whether they're in that 30 to 40 to even 50 plus range, women say that they want men who are honest. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You want someone who's honest with you. If he wants to be in a dating relationship with you, tell you. If that's not what he wants, tell you as well. Tell us as well. If you're looking for something different, if you're not ready, if you don't want to ever marry again, women want men, they say, who are honest. Okay. As I compile this information from my various dating sources and dating articles. Okay. So cozy on in here. We're not going to be on too long tonight. We're just going to share some good information. And I want you to see if this registers with what you think. And not only that, I'd love for you to chime in the conversation as well. Okay. Would love to hear from you as you share. I thought this was very interesting. Women who are more mature in their dating relationships say they want men who are nice. How many of you would agree with that? Women want men who are nice, who are kind, who speak to them well, who show kind gestures, do kind things for them. Women say, as they mature in this dating game, on the search and on the hunt for love, LOVE, that they want men who are nice. That doesn't cost hardly anything, does it? Well, if it's not in your nature, then we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem, right? But and these are in no particular order, so these are not being rated, but there are some things that you're going to see that are going to be obvious misses in this, okay? Because here's the thought process. The thought process is that as a man is more mature and as he's a little bit older, he's already been established in his career. He's already likely had his family dynamic that's been set up, and it may be shifting at this point. Maybe children are older, or graduating or going on with their lives or whatever. So the idea is that this is a person who's going to be, or a man who's going to be more settled and more mature as he ages as well. So again, nice. Okay. How many of you out there want a man who's just nice? Oh boy, that it almost seems like some of these are just they're just, what's the word? They're too simplistic almost to be believed. Loving. Women who are more mature, we're going to give about 7 or 8 of these, say they want men who are loving. Now, loving doesn't mean trying to, let me just put it like this. It doesn't always mean trying to go to bed with a woman per se, like, oh, loving? Oh, I'll give you some love. No, no, no. Stop that. Stop that. That's not what we're talking about. Loving in terms of just being a person who is, I guess it goes back to that word kind, back to that word, how you handle her, how she's being handled, how a woman is being handled, just how she's being treated, whether you're being thoughtful and whether you're speaking to her kind, like all of these things are nuances as part of that word loving. Do you acknowledge her? Do you call and just check on her? Loving. These are some of the things that ladies say, per my studies, that mature women say that they want in relationships. Do you call and check on her? Do you call and just listen to her? Do you inquire about her day? Do you think about ways to make things better for her? We're going to get to the guys next week. So please understand, this is not a one-way street, okay? So please understand, I'm not just saying, guys, this is what you should do for your lady and she doesn't have to do anything. I'm not saying that and not implying that at all. We just happened to kick off with the ladies this week and we asked, what do mature women want in relationships? And one of the things, according to research, that they want is for men to be loving toward them. Now, listen, I have to issue these caveats. Of course, we understand that you're not going to profess love when you're just dating, just early on. But, as the relationship progresses and, it's apparent that you enjoy spending time with each other, it's apparent that you like each other's company, there, I think, are ways in which you can demonstrate love for another human being without being overt in your gestures, meaning, always hugging or always doing things which are sexual in nature. We're not implying that at all. Okay. That's kind of like the stated obvious. And depending on the gentleman's motive, that may not be loving at all. Okay. So we're not talking about items of an intimate nature as that sort, but just loving in terms of what you do towards your fellow human, asking how they're doing, checking on them, listening to them, showing consideration, checking in. I may have said that earlier, checking in on them. These are the sorts of things that ladies were saying that they find, oh, so attractive in men as they mature. All right. What are some other characteristics? Are you all thinking about some things? You may even want to put in the chat too some things that you all are thinking about as it relates to what you desire in a man. Because my goodness, this is by no means an exhaustive list. And gentlemen, let me tell you, let me please tell you that you're going to get, you may get an entirely different set of answers depending on the woman, because we are not all created the same. God didn't create us the same. You know that. So this is what Kisa has compiled by data, statistics. But again, one of the most important things that you can really do is ask that woman what she wants, because those answers can and will to some degree vary based on the individual female. Okay. All right. This was one that, regardless of age group, regardless of category, women said that it is a bonus. And listen, I get it. Not everyone is funny. Like, I'm a person who's very amusing and I'm very entertaining. Okay. But I get that not a lot of people, or some people, let's just say that some people may not have that over the top, personality, and they may be a little bit more serious in nature and may not laugh all the time and all of that kind of stuff, and just maybe a little bit more serious. But from the research, regardless of the age group, guys, hey, I'm just the messenger. I'm just passing along, okay? Just the pass through from what I researched. But being funny, that was one of the top characteristics that mature women looked for in men and found attractive in men. But let me go ahead and just circle that back in and add back in, not just mature women. It actually was a bonus for women of all age groups. So all of you guys who know how to make women laugh, hey, you better use that superpower. Okay. Okay. And ladies, what do you think about that? Do you like gentlemen who are funny? Is that something that rates high on your list? I just want to reintroduce myself again for those of you who may be tuning in the middle. I'm Kisa, Coach K. I am the host of Evolve, which airs on Fridays, 12 p.m. Unless we're having a special show. Sometimes we do a special kickback and we'll have our evening edition of Girl Talk and different things like that. And I'm also a certified life coach. That was my phone, y'all. Sorry about that. And it threw me completely off. But I'm also a certified life coach. So we never ask you for any money in these ventures, but we do say if you would like to support our work, you help me when you like, share, and you comment on the broadcast. That does my heart good. And if you can't use the information or you don't need the information, then share. Just hit that share button. That would be most appreciated. Okay. All right. As we move on. This I thought was pretty interesting in terms of my research and what women, mature women, wanted in men. They want someone who's emotionally mature. That's kind of a loaded description, because I understand, and I think women understand, that most men are not necessarily overly emotional in nature. Most. There are always exceptions, okay? But listen at the last part of that, and look at the last part of that, emotionally mature. And by the implication of mature, meaning someone who's able to understand their emotions, meaning someone who's able to deal with their emotions, and meaning someone who's able to allocate their emotions as needed. Meaning, the expectation, and this is off the top of my head, I'm just thinking a more emotionally mature man, whereas when he was younger, there were some things that may have irritated him, and he may have just snapped, at the person, whoever said it, or asked him certain things. You just snap. Didn't I tell you, not to? Well, as you become more mature, you recognize, is it really, needful for me to go there? Okay, it may be irritating that they did or said that, but is it really needful for me to talk to them in that tone? Emotionally mature. An emotionally mature man is a man who also understands his triggers. An emotionally mature man also understands that relationships are not rosy and that women are going to be more emotional normally. And so the woman may have to lean on his shoulders a little bit more. She may have to depend on him, the strength that he has, you know? So he may have to be prepared for that, I need to support her during times that she's emotionally wavering or during times of an intense emotion with her. I need to be stable. Well, keep in mind, we understand too that you have challenges as our male counterparts and our male friends and lovers. You have challenges, you have situationships, you have different things that you're dealing with. So you have to, and you don't have to, but I'm saying this is what women desire. So I just think, when you talk about that relationship that you are in with someone that you really care about, and maybe you're even are hoping that relationship advances, you have to, I would imagine, compartmentalize your emotions, and say, okay, this is what I'm dealing with, but okay, right now this person needs me. And to all degree, and to all, in all fairness, if I can talk tonight, can I just start over? Can I have a do-over? Woo! In all fairness, let me just say, women have to very well do that as well. You know, in our work, especially I've worked in corporate America for more than 30 years as a former broadcaster and also a corporate spokesperson. And you talk about having to compartmentalize your emotions, and you go into work and you may have things going on in your personal life, you have things going on in your family, but you also have deadlines at work, you also have meetings at work, you also have attitudes and personalities at work that you have to deal with. And add to that, for some of you, you're also running businesses and starting new business ventures and other ventures. So, and other work and other jobs that you manage as well. So the more hats that we wear, the more hats that we wear, the more it is incumbent upon us. I'm placing my words because I want to say this right. The more it's incumbent upon us to be emotionally mature, because juggling all those different hats can produce a stress. Okay. And if you don't handle that stress well, we can bleed out on other people. We can injure other people based on our overload, overwhelm, or just what we're dealing with. We can bleed out on other people and we can hurt other people. And oftentimes that can be the people that we most care about and who are closest to us. And often those are the ones who are in close relationship with us. So a lot of talk there to say emotionally mature men are very attractive to women. And I can almost hear, as that rolls off my tongue, men are saying, emotionally mature women are very attractive to me. Right? Emotionally mature women are very attractive to men as well, right? We're coming to you guys, I promise you. We're just dealing with what women say they want in relationships this week, okay? And we're going to move on, because one thing about Miss Kisa, Coach K, I am fair, okay? All right. And as we round this out today, what's another characteristic? Women say that they want men who are self-aware. A quote that just came up. If you can't be to anyone else, to thine own self be true. If you can't be to anyone else, to thine own self be true. It is beautiful when you understand your weaknesses. It's beautiful when you understand your strengths. It's beautiful when you understand who you are as a person, not just as a man, but as a person, because this is beautiful both ways, guys, right? This is beautiful for women as well. But women are attracted to men who are self-aware. And that self-awareness can produce a confidence. Listen, I know my name, just throwing out this name random here. I know my name is John T. Listen, I know that I'm great at working on cars. Hey, I'm great in this sales position. I'm a master salesperson. I can play a great game of golf. And I love to have me a nice car and a nice whip. I'm sorry, nice home and a nice whip or a nice car. And I keep my stuff clean. And you know what? I like to, I like to go out. I like to have fun every now and then. I'm not in the streets all the time, but sometimes I do like to go out with my boys and hang out and, but and come in and then spend time with my lady as well. That self-awareness of who you are. You're not trying to compete with anybody else. You're not Johnny Rocket over across the street who works in corporate America and who's this computer geek and he's on computers all the time and he wears these glasses and he could just figure out anything. No, while that gentleman works and has a gift to work with his mind, okay, you recognize on this way you have a gift to work with your hands. You like to fix on cars and also you're a salesperson, so you have a gift of communication, okay? When a man is self-aware, he knows who he is. He's not competing with anybody else other than to be the best that he needs to be in that category, okay? Because really the only competition that you and I have is ourselves, to be the best version of ourselves that we can be today. And that means just a little bit better than we were the day before. A man who is self-aware. Ladies say, gentlemen, that is an absolutely beautiful characteristic. So I appreciate you all spending time with me this week and wanted to share those 5 characteristics. And what I'd love to see and hear in the comments is, what other characteristics, ladies, do you think about? What other characteristics do you think about that you find absolutely attractive in mature men? I would love to hear from you. And feel free to go ahead and write those in the comments even after this broadcast goes off. And remember, I am Keisha Sharp. I am Coach K. Here is my website if you need to get in touch with me, keishasharp.com/life-coaching. And remember, on this channel tomorrow at 12 noon, Kaylin Johnson, our personal trainer here. We're evolving, okay? We're evolving our mind and our bodies and everything else, our diets, okay? For a better you in 2024, heading into 2025. So she's going to take us through a short little workout routine. Join us. You can do it while sitting at your desk at work or while you're at home. Just take a little bit of a fit break, okay? That will be fun as well. So I'm Keisha, Coach K. I love you all. I really do. And I thank you so much for your support. We're going to be back next week talking about what men look for in relationships. And ladies, because Keisha does not know that, I have some ideas, but I'm going to get some of my good guy friends to come on and actually tell me what they desire in a woman in a relationship. Okay. All right. So we'll talk to you all a little bit later. Mwah. Love you all and we'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you for your support. Remember, like, share, and